Hello and welcome to the channel again. My name is James and today we're going to explore 5 strong things that are fascinating. You can state that practically no woman can withstand sounds fascinating at the moment. I would like to know whether you have ever pondered what I could say to get her to genuinely fall in love with me. But here's the thing, most people concentrate on the obvious. Tricks, but the true power is found in knowing psychology. And even a little indeed, Stoicism has a role in philosophy. Tiny but significant influence on how we communicate and link some of the advice. What I'm about to reveal may surprise you. Perhaps a bit out of the ordinary, but they have their roots in the fundamentals of emotional intelligence, and self-control is with me till the very end. And I guarantee that everything will come together in a manner that makes complete sense. Prepared to elevate your game before we get started? Pause to, if you're prepared to change, subscribe. How you manage relationships by utilizing the every video is a step toward the power of Stoicism, in the direction of controlling your thoughts and constructing more robust and significant. Okay, let's get started. This because believe me when I say that, sharing could alter how you interact. With women, perhaps even altering your observe the attraction. Overall, I've observed over the years, an extremely intriguing moment when a man truly likes a lady, he frequently ends up speaking phrases that inadvertently push her away rather than sketching her. It seems a little counterintuitive, doesn't it? But trust me, it occurs more frequently than you believe. Allow me to illustrate because you recall those times when you may have found someone you truly liked, speaking all the lovely things I believe she wants to hear about, being showered, effusive praise, sometimes going too far. It feels somewhat natural, as if you cannot convey how wonderful she is. Will I have been caught in that too? Desire to think of ways to make her feel special, that if I use the appropriate language, she'll feel the same way. But the worst part is about to come. Such energy, particularly when she can be pushed by someone who isn't balanced away. Don't you think that's a little paradoxical? Allow me to clarify why the first rule. In terms of complimenting someone, she must feel simple yet powerful, as though she's deserving of the praise. I know I understand that this may sound a little odd. The common mistakes that cause most guys to fail at attraction initially, but believe me, it's crucial. When you also give her a lot of praise frequently, it may begin to feel less similar to adoration and similar desperation, as if to tell her that she's fantastic repeatedly. But if it's not separated or connected to particular times, it loses its imagine this every time you witness impact. You're telling her how wonderful she is. Appearance matter how lovely she is, she'll thank you. However, in the near future, it might just begin to feel like the background noise. But what if the script were reversed? Imagine allowing your compliments to flow. Similar to a story. You see something fresh every day, something exceptional about her, distinct that grabs your attention or makes you have a newfound appreciation for her. Not only to fill the air with pleasant words, it's about giving her the impression that she's gradually gaining your affection. And believe me, a small change makes a big difference. Distinction between taking your time and allow your words to unfold organically will arrive with a lot more significance. This is the puzzle's second piece. Make your compliments special and, personally, don't treat her the same way. You have lovely eyes, line how old you are. Numerous men have told her that 1,000,000, so in case you're trying to stand out, you must do some digging. Give her a more thorough compliment on something that only she possesses. Perhaps it's her perception of amusement, the way she beams when she discusses a topic she is passionate about, or that her small quirk that sets her apart. It's the elements that transcend the evident, the aesthetic appeal, that the fact that everyone notices you is what makes you. Now that I'm different, I'm not complimenting aren't significant, even though they are. But the ancient philosophers and Stoics who had some knowledge of relationships would inform you that the secret to actually making a connection with someone is more than just speaking the appropriate things at the appropriate time. It's important to be deliberate with your remarks, convey to her that you understand her innermost traits, and causing her to feel as if she's deserving of every praise you. Remember that women, like us all, are always looking for purpose. The you are more deliberate and considerate, the more she will value what you say. And if you are able to counterbalance this by little tolerance, making her feel as though she's gradually realizing how much you admire her, well, that's where the magic is for her. Occurs when you execute it correctly, creating an encounter that seems genuine, that feels gained, which keeps her returning. Want even more the next time you spend time with her. Consider ways to break the old, allow your praises to create a narrative. Things distinctive, and give her the impression that she's a component of something larger, since that is the type of relationship that endures. Okay, so this is what I refer to as the golden mirror technique. Genuinely connective compliments golden mirror. And believe me when I say that trick can significantly affect how, even if it's simple, she sees you. This is how it's unexpectedly powerful. Let's imagine that she tells you about things she's enthusiastic about, such as perhaps her career goal is to become a psychiatrist, rather of merely stating, "Oh, that's cool," which, let's face it, sounds quite general. You change the course of events and go, on a deeper level, you might say something like, "I can tell you're quite easy to chat to. I completely envision you as the type of person people trust me to be honest and upfront. I feel as though I've already discussed I don't tell anyone else about you. First of all, why does this work? It's sincere and intimate. You're not merely expressing gratitude to fill the space. You're giving her the impression that you're identifying something particularly unique in anything that she might not even be aware of. Here's the secret sauce that others see. Always conclude with a light-hearted note to maintain light-hearted and enjoyable stuff like you're such a goofball that you could add too awful. However, and offer her a cheeky wink, smile. That tiny bit of humor keeps preventing items from becoming overly weighty and makes she feels comfortable, and it demonstrates that you don't take things too seriously, which is extremely significant. You're developing a setting in which she can sense at ease being herself. And this is where the magic truly occurs. Not only does she feel wonderful about this, but it moreover conveys a strong statement about you. Not just any guy will take advantage of you. No matter what he can obtain, you're unique. You're demonstrating your selectiveness to her, that you aren't merely giving out compliments everywhere by stating, for example, "I feel as though I've already told you things I don't disclose." You're really flipping the tables on everyone else. Script, you're giving her the ball, caught in a manner that gives her the impression that she must gain your interest, because you're letting her know that she must win your approval. When you consider it, most men appear to be, if they will accept whatever care they can be correct. But when you're picky and demonstrate your selectiveness regarding where you quickly focus your concentration on increase your worth in her eyes, she begins, I'm thinking, wait a second, I need to impress him, at which point things begin to shift. It's as if she were turning a switch. Thoughts that motivate her to work more difficult to win your love, she'll begin making the effort, and prior to, she will be the one attempting to win you. Throughout this, the tenets of when Stoicism entered the picture, the Stoics were all about self-control and inner strength, and avoiding being influenced by outside conditions. What is this related to? With, as Stoicism tells you, attraction. Remain composed and confident in your relationships by exercising selectivity with your consideration and praise. You're having that exact attitude that you're not focusing all of your energies on each woman who comes your way, but you're displaying, If you cherish your time, effort, and your decisions by taking this action, you're showing respect for oneself and assurance, two qualities that are extremely attractive, according to the Stoics, that we shouldn't rely on other people. For our feeling of value, this method uses, according to the golden mirror, you're not in need of approval, you're being self-assured enough to take. Take your time, savor the experience, and allow things develop organically when she observes that you don't need her badly. Acceptance, but that you actually cherish. When she showed herself for who she is, begins to make greater investments to gain you. Come on, let's face it, everyone adores hidden meaning. A little mystery appeals to women. A difficulty. Therefore, keep in mind the next whenever she divulges personal information, try using the golden mirror technique. Give her a praise that demonstrates you've observed something genuinely unique regarding her, but be selective and keep it light-hearted. Make it clear to her that she must earn your focus and allow the strength of believe me. Attraction works in your advantage. Before you know it, she'll be addicted. The issue about women is that they're meaning makers, as I like to refer them. They're constantly searching for more explanations for your actions and words. For instance, suppose you attend a date with reservations and a bunch of roses. In an upscale eatery, the message she could learn from that, wow, he must truly. Maybe he's not used to dating, but he might be into me. Someone similar to myself, which is why it's crucial to consider the hidden meaning she could ascribe to your statements, your behaviors, even if they don't match what you intended. And here's yet another important realization. The more difficult it is for her to understand, she will get more fixated on your objectives, working too hard to figure out what you women are. If you're drawn to a little mystery, dependable or simple to read, the excitement fades quickly. So I never hesitate to inform others if a lady figures you're done, ladies. You leave too soon. Don't want an open book person. They seek a companion who will stick by them. Someone who's a little bit of a puzzle. So one method to solve this is to maintain ambiguity. For instance, declare your feelings for her, but then act on them. Coming up with something light-hearted, like teasing her, or taking a slight step back from these mixed signs that keep her intrigued and guessing. It's a very difficult mental task. She finds it addictive. Oh, and there is this fascinating, I teach a hand-holding method that blends those conflicting impulses with a moment, is created with a hint of enthusiasm. That's so unusual that she can't stop thinking about it. I'll outline the precise steps to it in a moment. But first, allow me to, like anything else, these methods must be taken with caution if you overdo. The secret is that they lose their magic. Timing and moderation were very difficult for me, of experimentation to determine the ideal order for them to function evenly better, and I'll let you know about everything. You shortly, but first, here's a using her name as a little secret during your dialogue, particularly when making eye contact. Despite appearances, contact works like magic, like a tiny item, but it produces a feeling of immediate connection. And think about closeness. Have you ever had a person look you in the eyes and say, "Your name seems different, don't you think?" It seems as though there is this tiny ignite something strong but unsaid. That's precisely what occurs when you utilize. Although her name is inconspicuous, it makes her attention and causes her to question whether it's there something unique between us all. Okay, before we return to you're discovering that this useful hit, the like button, facilitates YouTube sharing of this, with more guys in need of it, and it continues to. The forthcoming content is quick, free, and it truly does make a difference. Thank you. Let's return to it. Discuss the entertaining method known as future tense. The key is to plant an entertaining mental image of the future. Here's an example that you can use. Saying anything when taking a photo with her, "We would have the most adorable children," and then abruptly shift the topic to what you're being cunning here. But the key to engaging discussions, creating mysteries and desire efficiently, you're presenting the concept of a light-hearted future together with you. Additionally, she might begin to imagine being nearer to you than she had previously. However, here's a huge tip regarding what don't strive to say exactly what you want to say. What you believe she's interested in hearing. Too much talking by guys can lead to destroying the atmosphere even more. It can totally destroy one of the main attractions. One of the mistakes you might do is to show your sentiments too quickly. Hey, I understand when you such as someone you wish to inform, yet stating right now that I like you, it's like blowing up a balloon, taking away the joy, the mystery, and the excitement. A game of guesswork that keeps her engaged when you express your feelings to her too soon. This is what goes through her head. Hey, he likes me already. Therefore, I've got everything the authority. And for some reason, that authority shift may cause her to get disinterested. There is a psychological explanation behind this. Most women long for that moment of magic when they are able to express their emotions. For them, it's very important, so when you're the first person to reveal the truth you are stealing, especially at such a young age, here is the truth about that unique time. When a lady experiences romantic love, there's a process, a path she takes. If you can comprehend how this, you can help her navigate the procedure. The secret is to give her the impression that it's all of her thoughts. You've most likely heard the claiming that people enjoy purchasing but detest being sold. The same is true here. She must feel as though she is the one deciding not to. Everything you do in the other direction ought to feel effortless and organic. If she ever thinks you're attempting to make her like you or believe that you're... If she pushes too much, her subconscious will apply the brakes firmly. She won't be able to tell why, but there will be a strange and simply so that the link could. The bottom line is that you can't try to make someone like you. It will appear desperate or needy, because that's never appealing. Rather, it is your responsibility to be the challenge. She wants to feel as though she's capturing your interest, as though she's the, when you do this, one will win you over. Yes, it's revolutionary. There's an intriguing distinction between the ways, the wiring of the brains of men and women, rather than allowing this to perplex you as, for the majority of guys, it works, so you can utilize it for your advantage. When you are able to collaborate with these variations, you'll discover a lot simpler to pique a woman's curiosity and even make her fall in love with you. What I'm sharing are the techniques today are strong on their own without you, but only if you use them correctly. It's like abruptly switching a switch. Even if she doesn't, everything changes. Consider you to be her type, or perhaps she's previously rejected you or even considered as merely a buddy. You can still alter her feelings. I've witnessed it occur. Over and again, hell, I've really experienced it. In fact, I just released a video in which I dissect the precise actions to get her to want you instead of how to go from being friends to being romantically interested, simply desire you, but she is pursuing you. Rather than the reverse, consider that instead of merely pursuing her, you're making her curious and wondering what appears next, and she feels that the one attempting to win your trust and impress you, that's a game changer. The important thing is being able to transition fluidly from one stage to the following one without having to. It's clear that you don't want her to feel you have an inventory that you want to keep her, so you tick her off, speculating to give her the feeling of mystery that increases her desire for you. I delve into that precisely in the video about how to progress things organically in a manner that gives her the impression that she is the one that wins your favor, and when you receive it, yes, it's far simpler to turn things around, become a genuine partnership, since it seems to have been her idea from the beginning. Who doesn't enjoy the sensation that they've gained someone's favor? but despite having previously made some errors, don't mean the world is over. You have the ability to reverse and reset the circumstance. You can use the refresh button for those mistakes. Press the button to give yourself another chance. It is possible to get out of that dreaded buddy zone. I've been there and witnessed it happen. All about realizing that things can change, and you can get back in charge of. Most guys don't think this far, though. They attempt the fundamental strategies, such as waiting to reply to texts or to play the "I'm too busy" game, but this is what's really typical. It doesn't make a statement because, to be honest, it's what all men do. It's surface level, nothing extraordinary. This isn't the same as where I teach. About engaging in gaming, it's about actually knowing the psychology of the goal of attraction is to enter her head and being aware of how romance functions from her viewpoint on what I'm discussing. You're not staying here when it gets deeper. The surface discarding empty, warm regards and best wishes. No, you're examining each layer in greater detail, establishing a genuine relationship, which is that's where the magic occurs. Begins to feel as though she is falling for not because of a strategy you employed, however, because she truly feels it. And this is where having a Stoic mindset comes in handy. Significant part of Stoicism. We discover the significance of avoiding being dominated by our feelings or outside events. In respect to relationships, this is equivalent to not pursuing someone in dire need, so you construct a conclusion. Using Stoicism to become unstoppable, serene, well-founded conviction of your own value, appear to be a man who isn't motivated by neediness or approval, but by strength and clarity. You don't rush things. Adopt this Stoic approach to force things. Viewpoint: you radiate assurance and you make her earn your patience. Focus, and by doing so, you raise. Keep in mind this and your worth in her eyes. Strategy isn't only for getting started, it's about establishing relationships. Something genuine, anything enduring when you get close to attraction with insight, purpose, and a calm attitude. You're not merely attempting to acquire her assistant, where I go over everything step by step. Believe me, the more you comprehend, the simpler the psychology of attraction. It has the ability to provide that enticing dynamic in which you are being pursued by her. Playing games isn't what it's about. Transforming into your greatest self and showing her to remember that this is a voyage that you will not take. Make everything flawless at once, but each action you take brings you one step closer to establishing that genuine, meaningful relationship. Remain loyal to yourself and let her too. Come to me if you've reached this point. Is it true that you're serious about strengthening your bonds with? I'll keep sharing everything with you. You must understand how to draw in the right woman and create something amazing. Jointly, whether this guidance seems to I have a lot more to tell you. Think about signing up for this channel for exclusive advice and tactics, and whether you're prepared to level boost your life. And remember to hit that click like and subscribe. It's a tiny approach to express your assistance, and it benefits me continue producing material for you. Oh, and leave a remark below using the words, I'm the most alluring man to ladies. I'd love to hear your opinions, so please talk about your thoughts and maintain your optimism. Continue moving on till the next time. Be careful.